so interested today in the Insta 360 One RS. Aren't you? Take a look at the barbecue. Oh yeah. You're back over here? Yeah. Thank you very much for viewing. Tell me why I should or should not get the Insta 360 One RS. I'm going to be all over the place trying to explain why I may want to get one and I may not want to get one, and the reasons why I'm not happy with GoPro and I love GoPro, a love and hate relationship. Well, the title is about the Insta 360 One RS. Insta, what's the S stand for? Second edition? You didn't put the E behind it? Well, it is the second edition of the model. It is not new because everything is interchangeable. I am sitting down and I am going through every single option. If I look at the core bundle, it's $269.99. You don't get a camera. So if you break something like the processor part, that's where you pay $269.99 for a new processor. You get a battery and you get a frame additional as free. You don't get the lens. For another $30, you get $299.99 an action camera, a 4K action camera. And let's just use the GoPro Hero 10 as the example. You get a module that has the processor. You get the 4K module, and it's reversible. Why hasn't Insta 360, give some thought about putting a larger screen on their camera, making two screens on their camera? Why couldn't they come up with this very simple idea? Having a screen like they have on the core and having another screen on the back of the 4K boost module. And then when you flip it to the back of the camera, the two screens, like those flip phones, they join together as one large screen. So if you want to just go out and go forward like so, you got one nice large screen like the GoPro Hero 10. I'm shooting on the Hero 8, and the difference between these two screens are night and day. Even the Osmo Action's got two screens, and you could turn one on and off. I like having both screens on at the same time. But now when I want to go with the Insta 360 One RS and vlog and turn the camera to me, I'm back to the early days of GoPro with nothing on the front, just an interface, a blank screen. Even though I'm in frame, that's a good idea. I have to stop what I'm doing. I have to take it out of the case, flip it around, close the case up, and off I go. One thing pops into my mind. The GoPro has this particular case as a frame, and let's use this as an example. I'm not saying I'm a GoPro fan. I'm saying that I'm very interested in the Insta 360, but these are the things that, make me think before purchasing. This has a push down button to release the door. Theirs has a push button on the side. I do this half the time. I take my camera, it goes in the pocket, and then I walk, and then I grab the camera. And what's going to happen? That door is going to pop open when it goes in my pocket, and I may have the chance of breaking it. So I would have to look for an aftermarket frame. But they did a great idea putting a cold shoe snap-on. And I'm most sure it's strong enough to hold things. Well, like the Osmo Action, they come out the Ulanzi, and if I'm just doing certain things like that, it'll pop off. I'm afraid that it may pop off. So how much of a stress test has it done? Now, I'm going to have to learn a whole new camera. Now, the Osmo Action has the on button on the left-hand side, and the GoPro as well, the left-hand side, but on the side. And now, if I want to hit record, it's on the right-hand side of the Osmo and the right-hand side of the GoPros. Years ago, it was on the front and the top. Now I'm switching in different areas all over the place again. The two buttons are on the top, and it's not about using voice control, because with GoPro, it's a gimmick. You can say, GoPro, stop recording, and it will start recording. And you can say stop, stop, stop all the time. It's going to do start and stop, etc., etc. And going to a new interface, not a problem, because I tell people the same thing when they learn software. When you're editing and you want to use software, you got to learn how to use software. It just does not come easy. With the cameras, nobody reads instructions, not at all. So yeah, it's just something that you want to go to Insta360 that doesn't have troubles. Look at this clip right here. I just want to show you, GoPro, the light stays on, and I'm not sure if there are going to be issues with the Insta360. You believe that GoPro, no matter what camera it is, something always happens to it? Now, I'm using the Hero 10 and the media module, and that makes my camera a lot bulkier. Do I want to get away from GoPro? Do I want to go to Insta360? Let's continue on. The camera is $269 for the cord, $299 for the twin, $300 for each of the modules. It's a $50 savings, no matter which way you look at it. Getting the twin pack, the 1-inch sensor, you're saving $50. You can always get the 1-inch sensor later. But if you get the 4K camera only and you want to get the 360 later on, you can, but you're spending $50 extra. $249.99 you're not going to pay for. It's $299.99 for each of the module. So it is a smart choice to really think about your purchase to get the twin pack. I'm not forcing you, I'm just letting you know my thoughts out loud when I sit here thinking what I may want to do. Now, I have a 360 JPEG Samsung Gear 360 2017, and selfie invisible stick has been around for quite a long time. You grab yourself a smart tree and you put this on with a small thing, and that's what you see in my video at the beginning of me talking, doing a 2D video. Exactly what Insta360 360 camera can do. Right, and I even had out the roof and you see part of my hand. Now, I watched a number of videos out there, and one of the reviewers, they had the Insta360 One XS. That is something very interesting indeed. It's similar to your smartphone. I don't have one, but I'm going to use this, not the smartphone. I'm not sure the exact size, but that's awesome. Put it on the selfie stick, and you go and do your videos like this, and you're a one camera crew person. And it's less than the Insta360 One RS. It's $100 and 125 less. So that may be the route to go. But the problem with that would be, is it a full 5.3 or 5.7K resolution 360 camera? Or is it because it's the full resolution and when you render, it's like 2.7 instead, or 1080p, maybe because of the apps that you're using in Insta360 and rendering? I don't know. That's what's running through my mind, and that's what I'm asking people about. That would probably be the way to go, is to get a Insta360 One XS and still continue to use a GoPro and have just a little bit bigger screen and also a bigger screen in the back. But it's a choice you have to make, and I'm just going on and on and on. Now, flow stabilization is rock steady and hyper smooth, and it's done in the camera with the new 1/2 inch sensor. Well, GoPro is a 1/2 0.3 sensor, just a teeny weeny smaller than the 1/2 inch sensor, but yet GoPro comes out with the excellent shot. And you could do a lot with that. So they got horizon lock, which I love in the camera. I don't have to worry about being off-centered. But GoPro, it's just bugs and issues. I'm not a fan of the module designs. But if they would have had that bigger screen, oh man, I'd be more interested. So I'm going to sit here and think about the free funds I have. Put it towards that. And if I love that camera, bye-bye GoPro. You'll be on the sidelines, like the Osmo Action. And those two cameras just gives me a little issue. But my problem is processing power on a ThinkPad that I have that should do the job. So what are your thoughts? What's stopping you from not purchasing an Insta360 One RS? Is it because you want to see what GoPro is coming down the field with in September of 2022? A more bug and issue camera. DJI already came out with theirs. They're not going to come out the new one. And Insta360 came out with their model. So it's all up to GoPro. And GoPro better come quickly with something out on the table. And nobody is interested in another Karma grip 3-axis gimbal that the Karma and the grip basically failed. Have a great day and appreciate your time.